I got a few.
Oh, okay.
Blank
Perfect.
patterns.
So if you guys got a handful of blank patterns,
I've only got 4.
all right, that's fine. If you guys don't mind passing me just a handful, keep a couple for yourselves if you don't mind.
I kept 10. I gave you 6.
Okay, perfect. 6 is fine. Go ahead and keep yours, Michelle. All right, so.
You didn't hear what I said. I give you 6.
Oh, you want to give me sex?
I do.
Oh,
You and your
alright,
3
come
faces.
on.
Sexy time.
You and
The
your
sex on
fucking
the way.
sexy 3 faces.
You know you
Ooh.
love it, baby. I could do you,
Oh,
your
shit.
wife, and your best friend all at once.
Oh,
It booted.
Okay, that looks rude, but I'm getting in it.
Sorry, I clicked myself out of doing that. I over-clicked the shift key and booted myself out of
so did I.
full screen
stupid
mode.
sticky
So
Yeah,
yeah.
freaking me too. I did that. It booted me right off.
Gotta love fucking sticky keys.
I know.
Another great fucking feature, Windows. Useless pieces of shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start out and do the stencil table.
All right.
Sean, I'm gonna get you to go ahead and make me up a pattern chest.
Okay.
And Michelle, if you don't mind making me a part builder, that would be fantastic.
Will do.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna type in stencil table. Boom. So there you go. Oak wood, blank pattern. I have both of those, so I'm gonna hold down Shift and press the question mark. Bam. One stencil table. Super fast. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the stencil table down. Now there is not a reason. There is a better way to put these in order. If you put them in the proper order, they will work better. If you don't put them in the right order, they'll still work, but they won't be as useful. There's the pattern chest can. Well, I'll show you when it's all done.
Okay, so I got the chest.
What am I making again?
Okay, so the pattern chest goes next. You would be making the part builder for me,
Part
please, Michelle.
builder. That's it.
Oh,
Excellent.
fucking Lord. That's not my wife. I don't know who the fuck she is. I was just about to tell her the
I
same
blanked.
fucking thing.
I blanked. I went to type it in and I blanked on what I was supposed to do.
Okay, so yeah, I've gone ahead and I've typed in the tool station. Now, one of the unfortunate things with Nay is if while it's cycling, you hit one of these to make a crafting table, it's going to make it out of those secure planks. And it doesn't recognize oak planks as secure. So sometimes you're going to have to do it on your own. But if you've got a blank pattern and the crafting table, it will recognize whatever crafting table, as you see here.
Yep.
Bam. So we got yourselves a tool station. That's the last thing that you need is the tool station. I went ahead and made that while we were waiting for Michelle to get the part builders ready. And you want to put that at the back. Now, if you don't put this in this order, it's not the end of the world. It will work. However, you won't get access to the pattern chest when using the part builder, which is a very nice convenience. Honestly, it doesn't take a lot to put it in this order. Stencil table, pattern chest, part builder. You might as well put it in that way. The convenience will be worth it.
Or if you're building it into a house, you might be able to put the pattern chest into the wall and then put the table in front of it.
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys mind going to sleep just for now? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep talking just so that way we don't end up with
Bow chicka
bunch of
wow
monsters.
wow.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Danny wants us to have sex.
We're going to have to cut this out for the kitties.
Fuck that.
Yeah, as is the kids shouldn't be watching this.
No.
Unless
Oh, gosh.
okay, now I'm going to cover something. When I said in the intro that if
Jeez.
you're at least 18 or your parents if you're under 18 and your parents are against you watching things with swearing in it, don't watch us. If
No,
you're under
because-
18 but your parents are okay with it, then feel free to watch it. That's what I meant to say in the beginning.
But I'm definitely
I'm
going to
glad I
fucking
was able to
swear
reclaim.
a lot.
Fucking A right, we're all gonna swear. I'm glad I was able to cover that. So anyway, all right, back onto it.
Okay.
Now that the
swearing's
monsters are
coming out
clear.
of you.
Yeah, I ate that rotten flesh so that I can keep my
You know,
regeneration
you're not
Oh,
going.
looking
yeah.
too well.
And I always end up getting, sick.
You're getting a little sicky there.
Honestly, I always find it worth it. It doesn't matter if I end up with a little bit more hunger. The regeneration is needed. Okay, so in order to get this boat started here, we're gonna right click on the stencil table, and we're gonna throw some blank patterns up in this corner over here. Now, as you see, I put down 4 and it became 13. That's because of magic. No, that's because Sean or Michelle decided to add theirs to it. It is a community table, so anything, as you see, it's now up to 13 or 16. Went from 13 to 16. Now, I'm gonna go into the patterns. The patterns aren't rare or anything. You don't have to find the patterns. They just come with the stencil table. Once you've made it, all the patterns should be available to you. There, you don't have to go find any. As you can see right here, we got a tool rod pattern, and it's up and down. And then we got something that looks like a pickaxe head. Well, that's the pickaxe head pattern. And as you keep going through the next pattern,
Ooh, that one looks
you'll
cool.
see that one right there.
No,
that's the
no.
sword blade.
No, the other one. Right there.
That one?
Yep.
That's the shovel head pattern.
It looks nice.
Indeed. So these are all different patterns. Now one thing I want to make very clear. You'll see here the tool binding pattern and the tough binding pattern. There is a difference between the two. Do not mix them up, or else you won't be able to make the right item. I don't want you wasting a bunch of your valuable materials trying to make a tool binding pattern when you need a tough one. When the recipe calls for a tough one, make sure you're making the tough one, and when you're making the tool one, make sure it's the tool one. Now, there's no more point where it's more important than when dealing with the rods, because the tool rods, as you can see, the tool rod looks like a thin penis. The tough one
Looks like a man's penis.
looks like a thick penis.
Yeah.
Now, there's not much of a difference between the two as far as what you can see. However, women will tell you it's better thicker. Anyway, I won't go into that. But you do, if you want to make sure you're using the right one. It's got to be the right one for the job. To make things more complicated, when you first make one of these tables and it recognizes that you're getting into the Tinker's Construct mod, it will usually give you 2 books. Now, the 2 books that you get are Materials and You and Mighty Smelting. Now, Materials and You, that's going to be your little Bible for Tinker's Construct. That's the one that's going to tell you all the things that you can make, how to make them, and how to make the various mods or modifiers that you can add to the tools. Now, if you're just going for your basic shovel, you see it's a tool rod and a shovel head. Now, if you see in the book, the tool rod looks like the up and down thin penis is now a diagonal thin penis. That's what happens to the tool rod. For some reason, it's drawn differently in the stencil. So when it asks for the tool rod and you see that it looks like a diagonal stick, they mean the up and down thin penis. Okay, so basically you can go through the book and you can see all the different things that you can make. There's a lot of vanilla items. You got your shovel, your hatchet, which is your standard axe. Broadsword, which is your regular sword. But there's some nice little tools like the Maddock, which is a multi-tool. It acts as an axe and a shovel. Yeah, that's right. It acts as an axe, people. Yeah, it's an axe and a shovel. So if you don't want to have both things in your inventory, you can use a Maddock instead. But those aren't the super tools. Those aren't the good stuff. That's just your vanilla stuff. Your good stuff, that's when you get into things like your hammer, your lumber axe, your excavator, and your scythe. Now we're going to get into that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about how to make a stone item. We're going to make a stone excavator to start. Okay, so if you guys don't mind meeting me over here at the stencil table, I'm going to start out.
Coming on over.
Now, if you wanted to make an excavator at home, you bring up Materials in You, and you find yourself your excavator over here. And you'll see that the materials are an excavator head, a large plate, a tough rod, as you can see, looks like a thicker stick, and the tough binding. So it's your tough and tough. You want to make sure it's the thick ones, it's not the thin ones. Now, okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to start out by making the patterns. Now, somebody changed my tool rod for my tough rod because I think somebody grabbed one because we're now down to 16 patterns. Did somebody grab a tough
I did.
rod pattern?
Yes.
It is the tough one?
Yep.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so we got a tough rod. We're going to go with the... I'm going to grab the tough binding. Then we're going to find the excavator head. And I believe it's the large plate, which looks like a strange creeper.
It's cute.
So there we go. So now we've got those 4 patterns. What you want to do is you take those patterns and you throw them in your pattern chest. Go ahead, Sean.
Throw it in the chest.
Please.
I am.
No, the pattern chest, please.
Okay. Wrong chest.
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the part builder. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys to right-click on the part builder.
All right.
And this is where you get to put your materials for making your items. So I'm going to put cobblestone in the top, right over here. Sorry, not in the top, in the bottom corner. And I'm going to put an excavator head in there. Somebody keeps putting eucalyptus wood, so I'm just going to take it so I can keep doing that. So what you want to do is you take your patterns from your pattern chest, you put it on over here in your part builder, and it'll automatically take the... You'll see here it says material cost 8. That means it'll take 8 of your cobblestone. Like it did, somebody just took all the stuff. Okay, so now that we got that perfect, we'll take the excavator head.
Well, you took my wood.
And I'm going to put the tough binding. I'm going to take that.
I'm going to take one of those too.
And I'm going to put the...
Yeah, I'll take one of those too.
Stone things.
Yeah.
That's excellent. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff you have no use for. Excellent. And a stone.
Yeah, I'm grabbing one of those too.
Tough rod.
Yep.
Okay. So now we've got all 4 of those things.
Yep.
So now what you're going to want to do is come to the tool station and then realize you can't make an excavator with the tool station because you need a tool forge in order to make some of the super tools.
Nice.
Oh no, we just made a bunch of stuff that's useless. No, it's not. We can use it for... I'll show you when we're going to use it after. So there was a reason why I did it, despite the fact that we don't have the tool forge up. So I'm going to pop those into the chest, not the pattern chest, but just the regular chest.
Sneaky,
There we go.
sneaky.
Indeed.